your tenacity is what's going to overcome this. Hey there, Aquarius, and welcome to your week of October 25th, 2021 General Tarot reading. We're going to be looking at your energies coming into this week, as well as some possible challenges you might be facing and some possible outcomes for you here. Just remember, though, that these... before we get into that, we're going to do clarifiers for all of them, and we're also going to tie off everything with an oracle card at the end, so you're going to stick around with that. But what I was going to say is these are general readings, so some, all, or none of it may click with you. Don't worry if none of it clicks with you, if some of it clicks with you. If the stuff that doesn't, just leave it there. It's not your message. So thank you again for being here, Aquarius. I said that in a weird way. But let's get into this. Let's see what we got for you. What are you coming in like? Page of Wands, that's nice. Eight of Pentacles as well. I like that. That's a really good combo. And the Queen of Pentacles. All right. So with the Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, I really like that combination. And with the Queen of Pentacles here too, that's a really good triad or triple threat of cards here. So the Page of Wands is someone who is young at heart, someone feeling that spark of creativity, has an interesting idea in their mind here, something they want to grow. This is you, I'm seeing this as. So you could be very much right now have like a spark, like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if somebody did X, Y, or Z, right? Like you feel like, oh, this is a cool idea. I feel like if somebody did this, they might be in the money, right? Like this might be this cool thing that help out a lot of people, or you know, I bet somebody'd be rich if they did this, right? And so I like that. So with the Page of Wands, that's fantastic. With the Eight of Pentacles here, it feels like you're also willing to put the work in on that, or at least you're willing to put in the work at this time, you know, really focus down and try to get something going here. Try to, you know, practice makes perfect, as they say. So I like that. That's fantastic as well. And we also got the Queen of Pentacles here too. Again, I feel like you're here ready to nurture nurture whatever you have, and strive for abundance here. Something where you might feel like, it may take time to do. Oh, hello, Journey. I'm going to ask you not to get on to the reading here. I know you love to be here. You love to hog the camera, buddy, but you need to stay put. But here with the Queen of Pentacles, like she's a very nurturing and motherly energy, right? So I feel like you really want to nurture this idea you have, like you're willing to put the time in, you're willing to put the effort in here to make sure that this has the best chance it has to succeed. So I love that. That's fantastic. Come on, sit down, buddy. Sit down. Not on the table, or not on the mat, but geez Louise, he's excited today. He is excited. So let's take a look at some challenges we got here for you today, this week here, Aquarius, and see what's going on. Got the Nine of Cups. I like that. Got you coming in as the Star card. And we've also got the Ten of Pentacles here. All very good. So with this in your challenge position, I always look at a card when you come up in your own reading in the challenge position as you are the Star, Aquarius. That is a sign of like you feeling like you don't have the strength to commit. Like you feel like, you know, you might have some doubts that you're not powerful enough to make it through this, but you are powerful enough. Oh, excuse me, you are powerful enough. Maybe you don't have like the absolute strength that you wish you had, right? But you got persistence on your side. You've got the knowledge that this is going to take time, and you want to put that time in here. So you may not be quite as strong, like as talented or something as you might think you need to be, but you've got the work ethic here. So I love that. The star represents wish fulfillment, you know, wishing upon a star here. Here that's in your challenge position. You might just be worried and concerned that your wishes might not be fulfilled here at this time. We've got the Nine of Cups here as well. Nine of Cups represents, you know, satisfaction, fulfillment, self-satisfaction, things like that. So again, just where it's in your challenge position, it might be at first like, you know, where we're in the practice stages, we're in the putting in the time, the effort, the kind of grind here to make this happen. just might not be experiencing that at this time. But I feel like you do understand that even though you're not getting that satisfaction of it, like, you know, having the success you want, you're still going to be like understanding that like this takes time, right? It does take time. It does take effort. You know, no, Rome wasn't built in a day, as they say. And speaking of building something that leaves a legacy and leaves a mark, the Ten of Pentacles. Again, you might be striving for this. It's a challenge to get there. You know, you have only one pentacle that you're trying to nurture. Like the Eight of Pentacles represents, you know, putting into practice, right? There's only the 9 and then the 10 to go. But with with you here, though, I see you as you just have the one pentacle in your hand at this time, and that's sort of to say, like, you know it's going to take some time. You have to nurture this one pentacle to get to here, and you know it's going to be a challenge, and it's going to be the long haul. So that's really nice. So let's take a look at some possible outcomes here for you, Aquarius. All right, let's see what we got going on. Hopefully we got some good resolutions here. We got the Ace of Cups, fantastic. The Nine of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. All right. So with the Ace of Cups here, just overflowing with emotion. I feel like you need to really tap into that to get through these challenges, is that you need to find that sense of, you know, there's that sense of satisfaction and stuff like we were talking about with the Nine of Cups, but need to be like, let your kind of like feel what you feel, right? You know, just let your feelings kind of go here. Let your enjoy the fact that this makes you feel good, like what you're doing makes you feel positive, makes you feel like you know, you're enjoying it, like you're passionate about this. Obviously with the Page of Wands, he has the Ace of Wands in his hand, which is, you know, passions and desires. So I feel like if you just like focus less on like the money side of things and whether you're good enough or whether you're satisfied, and just enjoy like, hey, I'm having fun and this makes me happy and stuff, that's going to be a big deciding factor here for you. With the Nine of Wands here, just here with the Nine of Wands, it's sort of a say you're down but not out, right? So I feel like you're tough enough to hang in there. I was talking about how I feel like with the 8 and the Queen of Pentacles, you know, you're going to be in here for the long haul and you've got the endurance. That's what the Nine of Wands is also saying. He's built up this wall to protect himself, but he's the wounded warrior, but he's not done. Hasn't been beat yet, right? He's down but not out. So I feel like that's going to be your tenacity is what's going to overcome this. We've got the Queen of Cups here as well. Queen of Cups just represents your emotions, whereas the Queen of Pentacles kind of wants to nurture your material, physical world, your time, your health, your wealth. The Queen of Cups wants to nurture your emotions, your feelings, making sure everything's going good there. And I feel like that's what you need to kind of put forth first, is like you need to put forth your feelings and your emotions and making sure that everything's good there, because if everything's good there, then the rest will follow, right? Like, for myself, I really enjoy like miniature painting. It makes me happy. I love to paint minis. I love to see how far I've come after from my first miniatures I've ever painted, to see my skill level as I go on. And that's what keeps me coming back and painting minis, because I feel happy and I feel that satisfaction, versus I'm doing it because I want to show off and be like, oh, look how good I am, everybody, right? Like I do it more for my own thing, and I make sure that that's why I continue to do it before I ever show them off. It's like, I'm happy with my minis, right? That way when people say, oh, well, that's great, that's awesome, then it's just that extra bit of compliment for me. It's not something that I'm trying to feed off of. It's not something that that I don't need, like the what do you call it, like the infamy, or not the infamy, but I don't need the recognition and such. Hello, Journey, come over here, buddy. Journey, buddy, you need to go over here. No, don't come right back. Come on, buddy. Only jumpins'. But like Journey here, he's an attention hawk. You don't need the attention and the satisfaction, right? You need to make sure that this stuff is making you happy, right? If it's not making you happy, then why are you doing it, right? If you're just sitting here trying to do it for profit or do it because you think, oh, well, this is gonna be big sometime. Like, you got to make that distinction. Like, is that worth all the like emotional turmoil, or do you want to actually do this because you actually want to do it? So let's take a look at your clarifiers here. The cats are just going wild here this morning. Sit down, buddy. Thank you. Let's take a look at your clarifiers here, Aquarius. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you sticking around this far through this struggle we're having here with Journey and Spike over here making a ruckus. But thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it so much. After our clarifiers here, we're going to tie everything off with an oracle card, so you're going to want to stick around for that. And thank you again for being here, Aquarius, and let's see what we got here for you. For you, Aquarius, we have got the Knight of Wands. We've got the Four of Wands, not a lot of wands, and we got the Sun card, the happiest card in the deck. That's phenomenal. So yeah, I feel like you're coming in a very positive way. The Sun card being the happiest card in the deck, everything coming up Millhouse. So that's fantastic. So I feel like you're very happy. I feel like this idea you have with the Page of Wands is coming from a very happy place. So I feel like that's very positive. We got the Knight of Wands here. You taking action, you moving forward towards your passions and desires. Like the Page of Wands is like that idea, but I feel like, especially with the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles here, that nurturing, want to put the effort in to this energy. The Knight of Wands also is an action taker and really going after it. And the Knight of Wands is the second fastest knight. So I feel like you're moving along at a pretty decent clip here. So I like that as well. And we got the Four of Wands, another card of happiness, right? It can represent marriage. So if you're looking for love, and we got the Eight of Pentacles here, putting in the effort towards having something solid and satisfaction here. But I feel like there's something else, more of a business related idea here. But if you are looking for love, that's also a great sign. So that's fantastic here. Let's take a look. Let's see your clarifiers. No, we're going to clarify all the clarifiers we just put down. No, we're going to, we're going to clarify your challenges here, Aquarius. All right, so let's take a look. What you got for you? We got the Three of Cups. We got the Page of Pentacles. And we've also got the Knight of Swords. So, yeah, things not moving along as fast as you'd like them to. We here with the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is the fastest knight. So I feel like you're going quick, but you want to go just a bit faster here. But yeah, it's just not moving along as much as you'd like. We got the Three of Cups here as well. Three of Cups represents like your community, your family, your friends all coming together and celebrating. You know, a wedding is such a thing. But with the Three of Cups here, I just feel like you might feel as though no one's supporting you. Maybe this is a situation where you're gonna have to do this a little more on your own here at this time, Aquarius. So interesting there. With the Page of Pentacles here as well, we've got two pages now. The Page of Pentacles is more about like that plan. So I feel like you're moving ahead maybe without a plan, or you feel like your plan isn't good enough, right? You're like, oh, well, I've gone off half-cocked or something here. Like I never made a plan, or the plan I did make was kind of, you know, it just isn't working out here. So I feel like even like not everybody has to make a solid plan. There's such a thing as like if you're familiar with like writing novels and stuff, like, and if you are, let me know down in the comments below. But if you're familiar with like the process, there is a term for writers. There's some writers who are called like discovery writers, and then there's some writers who are called like planning writers, or structure writers, I think is the name for it. And I heard someone say once that you can also look at them as gardening writers and architect writers. So gardening writers are writers who just sort of nurture what's going on in front of them and just kind of take it as like it pops up, and we just like work with what comes up, right? And those writers don't have a plan. They just plant some seeds and let's just see what grows. Versus an architect writer plans out everything and goes that way. So I feel like you don't need a plan here. I feel like your work ethic, ooh, that's a tough one to say, is gonna get you through here. But if you want to make a solid plan, you can also certainly go that way as well. All right, so let's take a look. Let's clarify here. Let's see what we got. Remember, plans change. Plans are never set in stone, right? Like, plans are more outlines. Like, you can stick to them all you want if you want, but you can also change them at any time too. So don't worry about that. Got the Nine of Pentacles. That's awesome. Got the Ten of Cups. That's fantastic as well. And we got the Page of Swords too. So yeah, that's great. With the Nine of Pentacles, that is satisfaction. That is realizing that your work, even though you've been doing it on your own, has been worth it. Like, the Nine of Pentacles traditionally is represented by a person standing in a vineyard, right? And that is their vineyard. So it is to say that they have worked so hard that they own a vineyard and they have workers and people that work under them and stuff. So that's fantastic. Like, I feel like this idea, whatever you have, it might grow into something big like that, which is phenomenal. You got to put the effort in. You got to do that. But, you know, and I feel like you got the tenacity to go after that. So that's fantastic. We got the Ten of Cups, rather, even better, which is all your dreams coming true, right? Everything, you know, your dream life, dream home, dream partner, all that good stuff. Just all of it coming true. These people are relaxing on a beach here. Everything has gone very well. So, yeah, that's fantastic. Like I say, we got the 9, enjoying it. You get the 10, it's all coming up. Like, you've put the work in. Now you get to sit back and enjoy your life. And we got the Page of Swords here, which is about reaching out and communicating with somebody. So maybe that's what you need to do, is need to reach out and ask for help, or reach out and be like, try to talk with someone, to partner with someone or something like that. Or like I say, just ask some help as well. Like, we have the Three of Cups here, which is about, like, you know, feeling for you in the challenge position, being like, feeling like your community and stuff isn't supporting you. Maybe you just need to reach out and ask them for support, right? And that might build things up in a big way for you. So that's phenomenal. So let's take a look here, Aquarius, at your oracle card here to tie everything off. I appreciate you being here, Aquarius. It helps out the channel a ton that you made it this far. So hopefully, though, it's resonating and helping you out. That's the main thing. So let's take a look here and see what we got for you, Aquarius. We got for you the cat spirit. Isn't that lovely, with all the cats and their BS they've been doing this morning? The cat spirit, claim your independence, right? A lot of people, like, independence is an interesting thing. Because it is something like, cats are very independent creatures. This cat really looks like Spike, by the way. It's like, it's almost uncanny. But claiming your independence, like, a lot of people think with, like, independence, it's like, I gotta do everything myself. And yes, to an extent with independence, that is true. You do things on your own. But with cats, they are very independent creatures. Like, if you left a cat out in the wild, like, cats, like feral cats exist, right? And cats, relatively speaking, in our lifetime, oh, there's Spike shaking the camera. Cats, like, relatively speaking, in like terms of like being pets and stuff, are new to the world of being a pet, right? Like, they haven't been domesticated for very long, comparatively to like something like a dog, right? Dogs have been domesticated for forever, right? Like, but cats haven't, so they're still independent and they can still function on their own. That's why you see cats out in the wild and they can survive out in the wild. My cat Spike, which, like I say, he looks very much like this. He has something called cerebellum hyperdysplasia. Basically, he has depth perception and balance problems, and he lived on his own in the wild, like out in like the streets and stuff, for 5 years with a condition where he can't stand up straight very well, especially places he's not familiar with. His depth perception is off. Like, so things look way closer or way further away all the time to him. But he survived for 5 years by himself. Like, that's incredible. Like, cats are extremely independent that way. But domesticated cats, like I have 2 here sitting on this table with me, they rely on me for things like food, for changing their litter and stuff. But they also could survive on their own. So I feel like here, as I ramble through all this insanity, is that while it's good that you have the ability to have your independence, and you should claim it for sure, you can ask for help too. right? Like you can ask for help. You can reach out and ask people, you know, hey, can you just give me a hand? Or hey, can I run this by you? Or hey, do you know someone that can maybe help me out here? Like there's no shame in that, because asking for help that way doesn't mean you're any less independent. It just means that you recognize that maybe your skills or your knowledge or your connections aren't up to snuff enough to advance to that next level, or they are, but if you just reach out and ask for help or something, that will, you know, help you move along faster. That'll just get you there that'll just get you there where you're trying to go quicker, rather than sitting around and being like, oh yeah, well, I'll just do it on my own, I'll figure it out, right? That might cost you a big chunk of time, for instance, whereas you might have known someone who had the right connection or the right knowledge or the right tools, or was willing to lend a hand to help you out. So that's what I got for you, Aquarius. Thank you so much for being here. Hope that it's helped you out. You can leave a like down below to help out the channel. You can subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And you can also check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos too after this one. Thank you so much for being here, Aquarius. And I hope to see you in the next video.